Hey gang, one thing players of all levels want to do is to be able to play over the entire neck and to do so smoothly. The licks I'm going to show you today are a great way to get comfortable with playing all over the neck. When I was learning to improvise, I was really influenced by two rock movies and their guitar players. One was The Song Remains the Same by Led Zeppelin with Jimmy Page, and the other was Yes Songs with Steve Howe as their guitar player. I was just amazed by how each of those players could move so freely over the fretboard when they were playing. Steve Howe's play especially had that long distance runaround. No, we're not going to go over that one today. Instead, we're going to do a couple of Jimmy Page style licks that take you all over the fretboard. And mastering these will take you a long way toward connecting the positions really smoothly and freely. Make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to show you how to apply all this. Here's the first lick. It spans 20 frets, 10 up, 10 back down, and it's in A minor pentatonic. Here's the lick. Here's a fretboard diagram of the lick going up the fretboard. All right, let's break this down a little bit because it's a little bit tricky, certainly. There's three things that you got to get for this lick. The first is that it's not in that box position, right? So it's not in this position. It starts on a G. So we're going to start on a G. That's the first thing you need to get. The second thing is it comes in three different chunks that are all the same that start from the G. So here's a G right here. That's one chunk. And then we're just going to start from this G right here. That's chunk number 2 and chunk number 3. And guess what? Each one is exactly the same. So. And then the third thing that you need to know is that every time you hit that D note, in this case the fourth note in the sequence, we're going to hit it with our third finger and we'll slide up 2 frets or a whole step to that E. And that puts us in the next position, and that's the key to moving all over the fretboard. Now let's have a look at the lick coming down because in some ways it's just a little bit trickier. Here's a diagram of the lick going down on the fretboard. It's the same notes but just a little bit different on the slides. Okay, so it's the same notes as the first, but we're just going down this time. What makes it different is the way that we slide, and we're mostly going to slide with our first finger, so check it out. That's the first chunk, if you will, and we're going to slide with our first finger from the D to the C. Now, because of the tuning of the G and the B strings, I find it easy to grab on with my second finger on the E here and slide down to the D instead of playing with the first. So the second chunk is a little bit different. That's how I do that. And then we're going to start on the E on the 5th string. And that's it. One thing to keep in mind as you're practicing this is to always start on the same notes. So when you're going up, you want to concentrate starting on G and play it in chunks. 3 chunks all start in G. Coming down, you always want to play it in E, 3 chunks starting in E. Now, that brings us to our second idea. To create another lick with this idea, all we have to do is start on a different note of the A minor pentatonic. So our second lick is going to start on C. The C right here on the E string 8th fret. And it goes like this. Cool. Let's check it out. Here's a fretboard diagram of our second lick going up. And we'll notice that the slide again is on the D to the E, just like before. Quick breakdown of this lick going upwards on the fretboard. I find this one to be easier, actually. So we're going to start here on the C on the E string 8th fret, and we'll play this 5-note sequence. So the slide goes from the D, with your third finger slide up to the E. Now we'll repeat that with the next C, which is on the D string 10th fret. And now we'll repeat that again, and it starts on the B string 13th fret. And if you really want to, you can grab up here on the 20th fret and play that C way up there. Just like before, 3 chunks, but this time we're starting each chunk at C, going up. And here's a diagram of the lick going down the fretboard. Again, same notes, and this time we're going to slide every time from the D to the C. We're going to start on the A, which is easy to remember for A minor pentatonic. First A we're going to check out is on the E string 17th fret. Second chunk starts on the A on the G string 14th fret. And the third chunk starts on the A on the A string on the 12th fret. Put them all together. You got it. Now you're going to find that once you master these licks, it's easy to create new licks and new ideas just by changing the starting note and the sequence of the notes. So check this out. Here's one that starts on A. Kind of cool. Let's have a little fun and play this idea over the backing track. I love doing that. It's so much fun sliding all over the neck. And you can do it too with a little bit of practice on these licks. For more licks and ideas that you can put into your own play, you're going to want to click on this. It's full of ideas and licks from your favorite players that I show you how to put into your own rhythm and solos. So click on this link. We'll see you in those videos, and we'll see you on down the road.